Together, let's embark on a scientific exploration of yoga, where you are the scientist, your heart is the laboratory, and you are the outcome.
So, good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here amongst you. And when I was told to attend this particular session, G20's Economic Forum, I said, what do I know about economics? Being a pharmacist by profession, and now have entered the spiritual arena under the guidance of my elders, I continue to serve as best as I can. When we talk of 17 SDGs, Sustainable Development Goal by United Nations, they are all interdependent. If one falls, the rest will fall. For example, political stability, or the environmental, or the poverty management, and many such things. When you talk of air pollution or land, soil pollution or water pollution, there are many types of pollution that we come across. Why would an industrialist think of polluting water? Because they want to make a shortcut, bypassing, detoxifying certain effluents that should have been neutralized before the effluents are sent out into a water stream. They want to save money that way. Similarly, the soil pollution, similarly, the air pollution. The basic cause, shortcuts, the speed, and ultimately, money, greed, selfishness, competitive nature takes over. And our Indian tradition believes very strongly what are the reasons behind this greed, competitiveness, and it hits the right note that rhymes with all of us, and that is because of the thought pollution. If we can regulate this mind, if we can regulate and bring about this healthy mindset against this thought pollution, then we can solve all the problems. All the 17 SDGs can come into fore just by including this 18th SDG, attending to thought pollution. How are we going to do it? Yoga has always been telling that if the individual mind is at peace, it achieves a lot. What if happiness is all around you, but you are not at peace? The goal of every human being is to arrive at some level of happiness. Even insects, even animals, they like to see some cozy corners and just rest there. We are not the exceptions. How to bring about this peace so that we can enjoy happiness? Peace, is it possible without harmony within us? Is it possible without harmony with the surrounding? Is harmony possible without contemplative minds? Is contemplative mind possible without having achieved a focused state of mind? And is focused state of mind possible without some mental gym, mental exercise? And that's what we call in yoga as meditation, dhyana. Meditation and dhyana is loosely translated as synonymous or same, but I very strongly differ with it because the Oxford Dictionary defines meditation as a mind that is centered on one object. Mind is still at play. While in dhyana, according to yoga, means to transcend the mind itself. And when mind is transcended, many good things that happens are simply automatic. For example, mind that is in tune with the higher self, mind that is in tune with your heart, will recognize even before committing a mistake. Though at times we put a stone over our heart and say, okay, let this pass, and we somehow succumb to our inner impulses and end up doing something that we don't desire to do from inside, and for which we end up regretting that why did I do this? If we sample across all our activities and see the results out of those activities, whenever we have followed the heart, the results are just stunningly beautiful. Whenever we have followed the mind, however lofty the ideas may be, but if the heart says don't do it, we suffer as a consequence. So following the heart is the main thing. Though mind pollution can be prevented, but what is behind the mind? Let me explain to you one thing. That what if the entire body is healthy, but one of the nerve that connects with the brain is impaired. Your eyes are healthy, but if your optic nerve that connects with the optic center in the brain is damaged, what will happen? Healthy eyes, yet you will not be able to see without these nerves. So nervous system predominates, it runs our entire system. Now, what is behind this nervous system? We have this brain part of the nervous system. It is the hardware. What works behind this hardware is the software, we call it mind. And what works behind this mind is the heart's impulse. Your mind may suggest something, but if heart resists, you will not find peace in doing that action at all. And what is the source of impulses of the heart? Yoga says it is consciousness. And what is it that supports this consciousness? Scientists are still baffling. They can't even define what consciousness is all about. They're still struggling. But many thousands of years back, sage Vasishtha, in his Sanhita, puts very plainly, consciousness is nothing but degree of perception, degree of awareness. By that it also means degree of unawareness. To the extent we become more and more aware consciously, we will resist doing wrong things. In economics also, how you may have all kinds of beautiful steps taken in protecting the economy of a nation. But what if there is a cyber attack? And cyber attack is a direct consequence of polluted mind, greedy mind. So yoga is all about this, how to regulate the impulses of your heart. That can be translated into regulation of your mind. Regulated mind will do the right action. That's why they say regulate your heart first. Heart's impulses should be curbed. We don't teach this to our children because we ourselves are so unaware of such things in our existence itself. We allow the mind to wander all around. And when we try to even focus, we fail to focus because all those 24 hours we have been after so many things. it's difficult to tame. It's easier to tame a dog, but not our mind. See? And that's why we need certain practices. You can sit down quietly in few places. I would walk you through if you like. You bring any problem that to the surface of your mind, or something very pleasant or unpleasant things that you came across in last few weeks or last few months. So bring to your mental awareness any issues that you may have, and dive deeper while focusing on the center of your heart. I'll be sharing with you what we call yogic transmission. Be receptive to it, and then see what becomes of that problem. Are you able to solve it? Are you able to arrive at some solution? You may not arrive at a solution, but I have often seen the problem will not remain. It will not bother as much. So meditation is not just about realizing the higher potential or God realization or self-realization. That's a different chapter altogether. My main purpose is, even if you are a non-believer, even if you are an atheist, it doesn't require that you need to believe in God, because what we are after at the moment is mental exercise, mental gym, how to regulate my own mind. And once we have regulated it, to allow it to focus in arriving at some wonderful solutions. Whatsoever be the problem, even impossible problems, just sit quietly and see what happens. Dead end will not remain as a dead end. You will find some escape out of it. And I tell you, from my almost 50 years of practicing this particular system, I have never found any dead end in my life. Solutions always emerge, and all these solutions are as a result of, when you dive deeper into our own hearts, solution emerges. And your self will be guiding. Instead of the guidance coming from outside, we are able to find our own solution. So I'll walk you through this particular process. But before that, I would like to again re-emphasize the importance of a regulated mind. James Allen, I don't know how many of you have heard of him, 19th century philosopher from UK. He was a columnist, writer, and every now and then he would share his thoughts. And he compared the thoughts, he says they are like seeds in a garden. The difference between a regulated mind and unregulated mind is, one is able to allow these seeds to grow in a garden in a very planned fashion. It's a regulated mind. You can create a beautiful garden. You plant certain seeds here, certain seeds there, and you also know what not to plant. Then you can have a beautiful garden. Unregulated mind is like a jungle, forest. Everything grows everywhere. Life becomes chaotic then, see. Thoughts are like that. The mind that is regulated, a gardener, a master gardener can use those seeds, those thoughts, and plant them. Not only in oneself, but you can plant those thoughts in others' minds also by sharing. Let's do it this way. And many gardens can come about through this regulated mind. See. So before we come into actions, I have to lay down my thought plan. And what is behind this thought process? They are my intentions. Intentions are the product of our hearts. Clean, pure, simple heart is the call of the day. I would walk you through this particular meditation so you can see practically how even impossible tasks we can solve. You bring any problem to your mind and sit comfortably. Okay. I'll first help you through relaxation process. Think that the energy is coming from below, from earth, entering your feet and helping you relax. Permit this energy to move upward to your feet and ankle. Feel the relaxation at calf muscles and your knees. Allow this energy to move upward in your thighs and the hip area. Now feel the relaxation in your lower and upper back. Now bring your attention towards the abdominal area, your stomach area. Feel the relaxation there. Now your chest area. Take a deep breath there. Now permit these energies to enter your shoulders. Feel them almost melting away, becoming very soft. Permit this energy to descend in your arms, helping each muscle, including your biceps and elbow and lower hands, relax. Now your neck muscles. Allow this energy to move further up into your jaws. Drop your jaw if you have to. Feel the relaxation. Feel the relaxation effect on the entire face, including your lips, your nose, your eyelids and eyebrows, your earlobes, your forehead and top of your head. Now scan the whole system from top to toe. If any part of your body is still stressed, you can revisit and help it relax. Now we are ready to begin meditation. Draw your attention towards the heart, about 3 fingers below your left nipple. Imagine that divine presence is already there in my heart in the form of light, and that is attracting my attention inward. We can maintain this thought of the presence of divine light in the heart. If any thought disturbs you too much, bring your attention back. Remind yourself that I am meditating now. That's all. Bas कीजिए. So you see, projecting the mind, trying to take it in one direction. It's like driving a car and see how many obstruction comes in the way. One cow, one buffalo, another rickshaw. You guys are familiar here, right? You never seen such a thing in Switzerland. The traffic. You're going in one direction, but unpredictable things comes on the way. Mind also. You're going in one direction, trying to think on one solution, but many things comes uncontrollable. That is the pollution. See.